Never heard of that.
It's in a book.
It's a smart man.
It's a smart man.
You've changed my side.
It's nice. It's good.
You love it.
Of getting rid of a demon or starting a demon.
What do we want to start with today?
Doesn't matter to me.
Tomatoes.
Let's start with our intro.
Well, yeah, no, that's not a
What we start with? We start with the intro, you know.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Oh, that was the start.
Yeah, that was the intro.
Oh, okay.
You wanted to do it.
I thought we were gonna do like welcome back to the Big Boys podcast.
All right, fine.
Welcome back to Exactly. See, that's a good intro. That's a good intro.
Scary movie too.
I am Danny.
I'm Ray. Hello.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Antonio, and let's start this.
Picnic. We are gonna jump into it.
Jump right into
right
it.
quick. Talk about tomatoes.
Oh God, tomatoes.
What's up with tomatoes?
I don't know. Well, all right, Cherry's fucking Seinfeld.
Blatantly vegetable. Not even
It's
debated.
Yes.
all right, absolutely a fruit, but
Well,
Absolutely
scientifically, it's a fruit.
Also court proven. It's a vegetable. So
Well,
court proven.
yes.
I wanna see
So
this
a
case.
tomato put on glasses and a little suit and said, "Excuse me."
Well, they had
I'm a
to
vegetable.
debate it because when they were getting imported, they had to see what the tariffs would be on the
Fruit or
And
vegetable.
It's different if it's fruit or vegetable. And by court law, unanimous decision, it's a vegetable because of the way that it is prepared with all other types of foods. It is always with vegetables.
What about?
I think scientifically
Like,
it
if you're
is
putting
still
out
a
a-
fruit, but I know that you are right in some case where like it's either nutritionally or like culinary
I think
terms it is considered a vegetable.
there's exceptions to everything in life. And, just because it has seeds,
mean-
that's a fruit. But
That
everything
is-
else besides the seeds is pointing
Sure.
vegetable.
Yes.
So when it's 99-1, the seeds doesn't overweigh
also
all these other
but-
vegetables.
But wait, peppers have seeds. Are they not? They're vegetables.
I'm not informed on
Oh
peppers
God, you're really
whatsoever.
throwing in a whole new
I'm throwing
curveball.
a curveball because peppers have
Who
seeds.
knows? Who
My
knows?
expertise does not extend to the pepper.
Do you know black pepper, like ground pepper, has absolutely nothing to do with peppers in any capacity?
What is it?
It's a totally different thing. Christopher Columbus just came over and went, "That's spicy. Call it a pepper." And literally, that's what happened.
Isn't
I
it like
mean-
corn, like something corn, like peppercorn?
No, it's actually it's like its own little classification of fruit, similar to a raspberry. It's called like a druple or something.
This a lot.
I swear to God.
No, I
It's
believe
called
you.
a druple, and then a raspberry. Each little thing
Is a ras.
is a druplet.
All right, that's enough out of you,
And
see
it's
dude. You know what? You know what was the freaking Himalayan salt?
Himalayan sea salt. Hell
Himalayan
yeah, dude.
sea salt. It's like, you know what I like? You know what I like? It's before all this fancy crap. I like the really fine salt and the really fine pepper. I don't like this crank shit. I don't like this. I don't like this. Lick this block of Himalayan salt and you'll get healing powers. It's like I don't give a shit about any of this.
Nah.
Put the regular salt and regular pepper on my steak, my fries, my tomato, vegetables, and I'll be fine.
You're just wrong. Crushed salt and crushed pepper is so much better.
It's really
It's so much
I mean,
better.
when you grind it, it's fresher.
Yeah, it's fresher.
yeah.
Especially salt. Like flaky salt is so much better than like small little kosher salt.
It's a lot of crap.
I
I'm
agree.
hearing.
It's
a
so
lot
much.
of crap. I'm
It's so
hearing.
much. It's so much
Like
better.
the salt on edamame, like those big
Yeah,
crystals.
exactly.
Oh,
That
yes.
shit is fucking
that,
fire.
That slaps. It's flat out
Who wants
slaps.
kosher salt? Fucking what the fuck are you gonna do with that?
I can name a whole
You're gonna
group of
fucking
people that want that.
fucking make a pentagram on the floor or something.
The
Isn't
fine
that
salt,
what
you
use?
put a little, and then you don't taste it, and then you
First,
have to put more.
Dan-
but if you
Danny-
just go straight crystals, then you're money.
Every time Danny hears salt, he immediately goes pentagram, and it's starting to get a little concerned.
When
often
I
do you talk
think
about
of,
salt?
when I think of fine salt, I think of getting rid of a demon or starting a demon. Isn't that what you use? A demonic
Why are you looking
circle.
at me like I don't know how to?
You know,
I don't know how to keep the demons
Have
out.
you ever seen the movies? You put the salt in the thing, and then you put like a dying slug or something in the middle,
So-
and then like
This sounds like-
This is an Anthony topic.
Yeah. So-
Usually I use lamb's blood.
Exactly,
Maybe that's
see?
why your rituals aren't
See?
working.
That's true, but there's definitely a salt pentagram involved.
I think it's a salt circle. You know, like the
Yes.
sea bear.
No, it's not just a
Sea
circle.
bear.
It's not just a circle.
The sea bear is a good reference.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, whatever.
Either way.
we're going into witchcraft
don't,
right now.
Don't use fine salt. Use flaky salt.
Nothing flaky is good.
That's not true.
Oh my! That is the most wrong
That's
thing I've ever
so
heard.
inappropriate.
Name one thing
wrong.
flaky. You got 5 seconds.
Croissants.
Anything.
Croissants are pretty good. Croissants are pretty fire.
And you don't want a soft, shitty croissant. You want a flaky, buttery croissant.
Fair.
Are you fucking kidding me?
butter
Absolutely,
my
yes.
croissant.
The
Danny.
cannoli shells, you want them a little flaky, you know?
Cannoli shells aren't flaky. Those are hard. You can't come to me with cannoli shells. You're absolutely wrong about it.
Okay.
Cannolis I'll leave him or take him.
He doesn't
Especially when they have the fucking. If you put fucking little gelled cube fruit in your cannoli,
Suck a cannoli.
you can just go fucking shove all the cannolis right up your ass.
Right up your ass.
Because we don't want them. We don't want them.
Chocolate chips, though.
Even those are a little bit too much. I'd rather. I'm a purist. I'm a cannoli purist. I want a fucking shell with just cream,
All right, but
ricotta.
they're definitely
If you're
ricotta.
eating that cream and you're just like enjoying
what
it,
do
and
you
all
want
of
me
a
to call
sudden
it?
something hits
Don't
your
get me
tooth.
started.
But they're definitely better than the fucking cutting off fucking gummy bear's dick and shoving it in the cannolis. Like, what? I don't even know what those things
That's
are.
true. They're just weird gelatinous fruit
This fucking-
cubes.
yeah.
It's very strange.
Yo, you know what? That's really bad with. You ever get like Italian ices from like they come around the carts? You ever get like those little patches? It's like
The ones that have the gel in them. Yeah.
oh no, it's horrible. It ruins the ice. After all I get is one of those. I'm like, I'm done.
Dude, what about the Italian ice cart guy that dares serve me the bottom of the fucking ice bucket, and
Like
it's
the
just
corner?
it's just
What's up
it's
with
just
that?
syrup.
Yeah.
It's a ball of syrup. I want some ice. I don't want this fucking
Interesting.
gooey.
What do you think about?
Oh,
what
interesting.
do you think? I don't think I've ever had that situation.
Oh, I have.
What do you think about like snow cones? What an underwhelming and shitty snack. It's just like here. Let's just put fucking ice in a cone. First of all, it's just ice, and then just squirt a bunch of
That's food
sugar over,
coloring.
and then just squirt a bunch of sugar all over it, so that the bottom is totally uneatable.
And and also like you have all these kids now. I don't know about you, but when I heard snow cone and I was a kid, I would just scoop up snow and just start shoving it into my mouth. Be like, I could sell this shit in a cart. That's what the guy
seriously,
sells me.
shaved ice. How could you be more lazy?
What are you doing?
I don't think people really do it for the flavor. I think they just do it to cool down.
Yeah, well, fuck
Oh,
those
yeah,
people
yeah,
too.
like-
And just because it has different colors, they'll pay money for it instead of having their
Exactly.
own goddamn
Can I
regular
have the
ice.
rainbow
It's a
one?
trick.
Can I have the rainbow ice?
I'm pretty sure I've actually never purchased one of those because of what he said. It's like such a shitty snack, like on principle, that I don't think I ever was like, you know what I want right now.
Don't get me wrong. The
is one
first
of
first
these.
few bites that are just like soaked in the sugar syrup, amazing, amazing. It's like an Italian ice or like
Yeah,
anything worthwhile.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you get to the bottom where the syrup has not
like,
seeped
what am I even
through,
holding?
and you realize that it's just the bottom of somebody's ice tray, just in a cone.
But also, if you're enjoying it because it's refreshing, it's got to be hot out. So then you're also racing if it's melting or not.
True.
So then you got to shove it.
Some
down your
people
throat.
are ice eaters. Like
I'm an
this
ice
guy.
eater.
Dude, you're an ice muncher. Oh yeah, you like the fucking ball ice, right?
What's in it for you? Just mouthfeel?
Just I don't know. I just do it.
You like the balls?
Just like
Talking
the
about
ice?
These bald
No,
ice.
you know, like all right. You have a quick example. You know Johnny Rockets, like how they have the crappy, not necessarily crushed, but not cubed ice. It's like the balls.
Oh no, I just
are
go
fire.
past that. I just swallow that down. Those
I
are,
can't.
those are so
I can't do
small.
that. What about the
Oh,
psychopaths?
I actually like that ice.
Yeah, the Johnny Rockets ice was awesome.
No,
I
first
was
of
like,
all,
whoa, this is sick.
All right, I don't care about that.
Every time.
I don't care if there's ice in the cup. If I have a straw, I can't take a sip from the glass with ice and it hit my teeth, hit my tongue, hit my lips. I'm like, okay, it's too much.
Yeah, straws are elite
well, you
for
gotta-
sure. That's
Straws
why
are elite. Yeah.
Yeah.
straws are elite, and you know, there's the whole turtle thing. I don't know.
Turtle.
There's the whole turtle debate with
Oh,
the straws.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the.
you know,
I'm
I don't
pretty
even understand. I don't even really understand how many turtles choke on straws. Is
I think they
how do
snort
they
'em.
how do
Probably
they
some.
get how do they get there? How do the straws even get into the ocean?
I think they snort them, like like Coke. Like,
I feel like
give me that straw.
I feel like I feel like that whole statistic is blown out of proportion. Every time anybody talks about any plastic straw, like turtles, I don't think there are that many turtles that are choking
I
on
think
straws.
that's just it's one of those things where like this happened and this does happen enough where we can use it as an example.
and
True.
I'll say it 1,000 times. Everyone, I don't care if you have sex with turtles. If you love turtles, everyone can agree paper straws aren't built for a drink. That's a fact.
True.
Second, I would prefer, I've said this 1,000 times, charge me an extra 50 cents any drink I get with a straw, donate it to the turtle fund, give me the plastic straw.
I'm down for another. If they have another type of straw that works well, I'm down to switch to that.
No, I'm not going to bring out my metal straw.
No,
kaleidoscope.
not exactly. And the metal ones are not it. That's not what I'm saying.
So-
but
so-
like there
so-
was one. You know who does it? There's a few places who do it. Like Shake Shack that has some.
What they got?
And they're just like recycled plastic, but it's like still a plastic straw. The only problem with that is that it's like a lot of money per straw. And like straws are notoriously cheap. Like, you can buy like 10,000 plastic straws for like $10.
That's good.
And these straws are like 5 cents a piece or something, which is like a huge
Markup.
markup.
Yeah.
Well, not markup, just a huge difference from what you could be paying. So, the good straws do exist. They're just too expensive right now.
I don't 5 cents per straw. Like I
It's a
said,
lot.
Fair.
People give out a lot of straws.
People give out a lot of straws, but I'm saying charge me the money, give me the plastic straw. If you put a paper straw in my drink, I will throw it back at the bartender. I don't care what they say.
But I do like the fact that paper straws almost put a little timer on your drink. It's like
Why do you want that?
it's
Yeah,
because
no.
you want to be sucking them down, you know?
Well, what about regular drinks? Like on a regular day, when
what
you're
about
not
when, like,
sucking
you
down
know-
beer or whatever, you put straws in.
Exactly. What about when you're being a
Cocktails.
normal, functional member of society and you're not just like.
Well, first of all, no one puts a straw in a beer. Let's get the first.
Okay, I
Time.
meant cocktails, but
And,
brain fart.
That's, both are correct.
Either way, just suck them down.
And also, like, if I have one plastic straw, I'll save it. I'll use it for multiple drinks. A paper straw, there has to be something with the trees. Now the trees are getting fucked. Everyone's getting fucked with some deal.
People use, but I mean, they
Turtles
do-
or trees?
Well, no, it's not. Well, the whole point is that the tree, the paper straws aren't hurting anybody in the ocean because they crumble before they even go in the garbage.
They
Sure.
just
It's impossible
disintegrate.
it's impossible to hurt anything.
But how do you make them? You got to be shoving the fucking foreskin off some trees.
I mean, that's
That's
it
not.
uses
I don't think
such
that's
an
how paper's made.
insignificant amount of
I don't think
paper.
that's how paper's made at all.
Well, I
you know
mean,
what I'm saying?
You're double fisting straws right now.
Fuck the turtle.
You're using
Oh
two
my-
straws. What the fuck is
First
that?
of all, everyone knows
Now you're just being
Yeah,
egregious.
you just said you used the same straw multiple times. You 2 straws right here.
this is my 4th drink. 2 straws.
No, it's not.
What a hero.
Oh, it's your so you. That's
Same day.
That's how my grandpa used to when he'd go out to this bar down the street and he'd come back with a whole shirt pocket full of the red mixer straws.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
how he'd keep track of how many drinks he had.
Yeah, that's a good method.
And then before he came home to his wife, he'd throw like 20 of them on the sidewalk and only have 5 left in his pocket.
That's a smart man.
It's a smart man.
That's a smart man.
And he say, "See, the proof is in the pudding. I only got 5 stirs. I only had 5 drinks.
And she goes, "That's so
Now
sweet."
go to bed."
Breakfast better be ready when I wake up.
Oh, you're getting Anthony
right.
into the dark mode.
Right.
Also, if these were paper, I would need 8 different sets of straws. That's at least a baby tree. At least a baby tree's gone.
That just can't be right.
Absolutely cannot be true.
At least a baby bonsai tree.
They can make
No.
hundreds and hundreds of straws from a baby bonsai tree.
See, I don't have this problem. I just don't use straws.
That's a
Fair.
good point.
This is all fair.
But you also chew ice. A lot of people don't like the ice getting in their
Okay,
mouth.
are you also the psychopath that bites into ice cream?
Yeah, I do that.
Come on.
No. Let me forward to this. Let me get a little, an abstract, if you will, so I can preface this. Is that like I usually have like covered ice creams, like I have chocolate on top, like the fudge and stuff, and that hardens, so you have to bite into that. If that makes more
Okay.
sense.
Okay, so
like,
you
I'll
have
have
that
chocolate
every
covered.
single fucking time you
So
have
that's-
ice
Yeah, pretty
cream?
much. Yeah.
This is a load of crap.
If
Yeah,
that's the
pretty
case,
much.
then you bite into like the first
No.
thing. But once the shell's
Yes.
gone,
Once the shell is
then
gone,
you
then
do a
I
little-
lick. Then
First
I go,
of all-
a little lick-
First of all, that's a blatant lie.
And-
that
but-
every single time you've ever had ice cream, basically,
And
basically that
recent history, yes.
Also, if we're really getting into something, I don't know what states have like a Mr. Softee type or like an ice cream truck that comes around to your blocks, but the fucking pricing, since I don't know how old I sound right now,
yeah.
but the pricing has gone up astronomically. Like
like
it's the Forex stock exchange.
I thought that. I went to a
The
Mr.
shake
I went to a Mr. Softy on Thursday, and a shake was only $6, which is a really good price.
only $6.
Okay.
It's really not that much.
$4.
That's really not that bad, then.
When I was a
not
kid,
a crazy
when I was a kid, it was
That's really not that bad.
Okay, I'll be honest. When I was a kid, it was $5, and then I thought currently it's $7. I guess it's 6. We'll meet in the middle. But also, what
I
about
thut it was 8.
No, that's
No,
not.
I
Eight's
thought it
too
was.
much.
I thought it was 7
What
also.
fucking child is walking around with $8 in their fucking pocket?
Who knows? I mean, that's how money works. People like
Inflation.
our parents used to walk around with 50 cents and they could buy the fucking world.
That's true.
And now you have
at
to
least-
walk around with at least $10.
They could at least buy a baseball and a couple slices of pizza with 50 cents.
Sure.
Now, maybe.
Baseballs are expensive.
No, I'm saying back in the day.
Physical baseball.
Yeah, it was like 6 cents.
Oh.
You ever watch
Yeah.
The Sandlot? God, read a book, guys. Besides the point.
Well, I've never bought just a single baseball. I'm like, oh, look at this thing.
You never bought anything
like
Robin
it's
Sports.
in a little,
Neither is
I
you.
buy,
So I
I
don't know.
buy,
you can buy them in little boxes. Just like, hey, here it is.
You were born in the 70s?
No.
either way. Where's baseball? Get a better ball.
I've done that before.
But besides the point, my point is to think that like when we were kids, we would walk up, we'd be our whatever our allowance, we'd have $4, $5, $3, whatever it was, go up. We could probably get, if we want to be really lavish, we get a milkshake, there goes all our money, or we get a cone and maybe a water bottle, we could play whatever at the park. I don't see kids walking around with $8, $10. What's happening?
I don't know.
What
I
are
think
these kids doing? They're
I
not
think,
mowing
I
my
think
lawn.
they do. Also, part of the problem is Mr. Softee is a chain. It's like you sign on to be part of the Mr. Softee brand, and then like you're almost like it's like kind of like a franchising situation.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, they just have ice cream trucks that fight with each other, so their prices are much lower.
Well, either that-
Mr. Softee has cornered the New York City market specifically.
I feel like that even recently, like I rarely see Mr. Softee. I only see all these other off-brand ice cream trucks. None that I will ever buy from.
Either way.
I only trust Mr. Softee.
Either way, fuck those guys. I'm sure.
I haven't even
I'm
seen
sure,
a Mr. Softee around here. There's so many knockoffs.
I'm sure the
It's
prices.
just weird. Owning an ice cream truck is weird. If you think
You're around
you
kids
know
too
what,
much.
I'm gonna
too.
I'm gonna
Something
buy
weird about
I'm
it.
gonna buy a big fucking refrigerated van and go to parks. It's
Yeah,
weird. It's
and
weird.
like and like attract kids.
Actually, but you make bread off that because my teammate in college, his dad owns an ice cream truck company, and he would literally have his own truck, go around the whole summer, parks, Long Island, baseball games, like Saturdays and stuff like that. Just make absolute bank. Like
No,
it's such a good business.
I believe it.
also
Like,
just sell drugs out of
no,
the ice cream
I mean-
truck.
Oh, absolutely. Oh no,
Hell yeah, dude.
no, I believe
But
it.
it's a good business.
Especially when you're charging $7 per milkshake. It's like the gap can't be that much. Also, if you tell me that these fucking Frosty or whatever ice cream truck drivers aren't skimming off the top and changing the prices every time someone walks up to you, give me something else.
It's like Adams.
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
It's like Adams. Every time you get a sandwich, they charge you a different price. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher.
that's the same thing like McDonald's.
same
You know, you
sandwich.
have to know how to order from some places. If you can order the same thing from McDonald's, and if you order it the right way, it could be $4 or it could be 77. It's like
Yeah.
what's happening.
That's just how it goes.
I've given up on McDonald's. They just have like a rapidly declining standard of food.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I just
The
it's
point
just
is-
not good.
point is fast. You know.
But Wendy's and Burger King
I'll
have
go-
kept up.
No, I'm saying it's probably. I'm saying it's.
McDonald's just sucks.
I'm not just saying fair.
Just sucks
Except
so
the
much.
fries.
I'm not-
Fries, only thing keeping it afloat.
I'm not arguing the fast food quality or like specifics, but I'm saying is especially at fast food places like you get a 4 for $4, or you could order the things even at Wendy's you get a 4 for $4, or you could order the things individually. Prices are different unless you have a good cashier who's a great Samaritan and he goes, "You mean a 4 for $4? You can only get $4 for this," and you're like, "You know what? Let's do that." That's what I'm saying.
You gotta know how to do it.
You gotta know how to do it.
I kind of like that.
Which part?
You gotta know how to do it.
Gotta know how to
it's
do
like
it.
you're part of a little exclusive
I
club.
guarantee-
You know how to do it.
I guarantee if
Where
you know how to
use
do
all
it,
your
you'll
brain
get
cells at once, and then you get a little edge on 40 cents.
All two of them are working.
All two of them are working.
if you know how to do it, you'll get more of it. How it works.
I suppose so. Supposedly,
That's like ordering at Chipotle. If you know how to order it, like you can get
That's
the extra
very
meat
true.
without them writing extra meat on
Chipotle,
it.
you can really
Oh,
save some.
You could
big
save some
bucks.
bread.
Mine was more a sexual joke, but yeah.
Also, I went to so there's the big burger debate, especially the coasts, like the In-N-Out versus Shake Shack.
Right.
And then recently, Five Guys has been thrown into the mix
Right.
because they're all over the country and they're
good.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
But also, a lot of times, the Five Guys, the big debate around Five Guys is that it's pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But I was at Five Guys a few days ago.
Uh-oh.
It's not cheap at all.
yeah, but you
It's
went in
not
New
cheap.
York City.
Even in, I was.
What'd you get? Break it down.
I got
Help us out.
just a cheeseburger,
Right.
So a bacon cheeseburger and then all the toppings are free. But the bacon cheeseburger itself, pretty expensive.
What was it?
Like $13.50.
Ooh.
Like
are we sure
like
about this?
Shake Shack prices, $13.50 without fries.
They have
without
some
fries.
They have the seasoned fries though, pretty good.
I know, but that's
They also give you a double burger.
They do give you a double
so
burger.
With, so
Automatic
with the
double
fries, so with that's true. That is smart that their burger, but still $13.50 is kind of a lot.
No, it is a lot.
Not for a double burger.
Yeah, I mean,
No, but their
it's-
double burger
but
is
the-
their burger.
Well,
That's
well, no,
exactly.
I mean,
So
I'm
now
not
it makes
saying
sense.
I'm not saying it is a lot, but I'm just saying they should not. Part of the argument should not be, oh well, Five Guys is good and cheap because it's really not
All
that
right,
cheap.
yeah, I agree. It's definitely not.
Because that's how
cheaper.
much a double smoke shack is, $13.50.
Yeah, it's not cheaper. They're not thriving off cheapness. It's
Now,
thriving off quality.
In and
Their
Out
quality
is
really good.
very cheap,
I've never
but
had.
it's just not good.
I've seen a lot of videos from people in California, like TikToks and stuff, that are like, "Oh yeah, like I brag about In-N-Out Burger," and then they're like, when it comes down to actually going, I don't really want it. It's not that.
I mean,
good.
like their burger is literally $6.
Well,
you can get a
it's-
burger for like $6.
we talk about this all the time. It's price performance ratio. If it's cheap, it's not going to be good. If it's expensive, hopefully it's good. And if it's not good, it's not worth it. It's simple. It's a simple metric.
And I would literally rather kill myself than eat
we go.
their fries. Their fries are horrible. They're so bad.
Which place?
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, right?
Horrific.
I
What,
choose
what's wrong
life.
with them? Are they soggy? Like what is
Well,
it?
first of all, they really like the fact that they use local potatoes, and there's always some fucking scumbag in the back who just cuts the potatoes right in front of you and dips them in the fryer. and they're just
You don't like that or something?
They're thick.
Just get them from
They're,
Idaho.
they're thick. They're shitty. They're not good.
What's up
They-
with
they
local
suck.
potatoes? We live in the city. How local are they? Just get them from Idaho.
Well, they
if you're
can't.
gonna bring them in.
There's no In-N-Outs here.
No, In-N-Out's on the
But
never
West
eat
Coast.
soggy West Coast.
We need.
How did you have? Why did you have to? You don't have to know the cardinal directions to know which coast you're on.
That's true.
You just have to know
But it-
which coast you're on.
I didn't know what coast I was on in the moment.
Either way,
They don't know where we are. We could be in.
they know where we are.
Yeah, they do.
They know where we are. They can also tell probably by our we
Our
have an
accent?
accent in some capacity.
We were in
Oh,
Denver.
that's true.
So
And Danny went to MIT. That's in Massachusetts.
We definitely have accents. You know that, right?
Yeah. we
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Isn't that upsetting?
Yeah.
we're
I don't think it's upsetting.
It's not upsetting, but
It's
it's
just
weird.
odd.
Technically, everywhere has an accent. What's the weirdest accent you ever heard? Or surprising where you were? How about that?
I don't know. Some of the Minnesotan accents are pretty funny because they're like almost Canadian.
Yeah.
I like those.
Like, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh hey,
Yeah, see, I was gonna
How you
try.
going there?
Yeah, I was gonna try to mimic, but also, what about the people that are like, I bet you can't guess where I'm from? It's like, I'll tell you what, I don't give a shit where you're from.
They're just wearing a shirt that says "I'm from here." You're like, I have no idea.
Or it's like, I
It
bet
could
you
be
can't guess
anything.
my accent. It's like, I'll give you 3 guesses. That's the same thing. The people that walk in and they're like, you'll never guess what happened to me today. And I'm like, all right, what happened? They're like, no, guess. It's like,
why am I supposed to guess?
What
How am I supposed to
what the
guess? What
fuck?
am I, a mind
Yeah,
reader?
really, what is this? Do you want my psychic reading too? Should I pull out my tarot cards? Like, what do you want from me? Just
think
tell me.
When I went to Houston, the people's accents down there were a little bit different than I was expecting because it wasn't like straight Southern, like the stereotype. It was like a little bit off that to where I was like, this is kind of like one of its own. Like that was one that definitely surprised me down there.
And also, sure, it depends where you are. Like, you're like, and also, like, all the media and like just books and movies. It's like you think you know how a place should sound, and they're like, "What's?" And I'm like, "What's happening?" Where
Then
am
you
I?"
go there and it's just
People
like, this is
go-
all horse shit.
Yeah.
People go to like St. Louis colleges specifically for broadcasting because it's like the most middle of the road accent. Like
Or-
it's not too harsh in any direction.
Or because they all have faces for radio.
No, broadcasting like news, like weather and like news anchors and
Oh,
things like that.
you're saying it's so
like
down.
broadcasting.
It's so down the line. It's relatable to everybody.
Yeah, like it's very you can't really place it, so it makes for good newscasting
Did you just
because
call-
because you don't want your
Yes, I did.
You just call the whole city ugly.
Yeah, I did.
not that kind of broadcasting. I'm talking about news broadcasting,
Right.
Because you don't want your weatherman being like, "Hey, oh, it's fucking, it's gonna be cloudy."
Yeah, you kind
I would
of
watch that if that was the news station.
Oh, I'm sure it'd get really popular, but there's a reason they don't.
Long story short, if you go on the beach, you're fucked.
You better bring
like,
a
thank
fucking.
you,
You better
thank
bring an
you.
umbrella. That's true. The news people are very like.
You're
They're-
supposed to be the middle of.
I'll be
the
honest.
line.
I'll be honest though. Correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of the news people are preset character 1 or 2.
Yeah.
They just look pretty normal. Exactly. That's
Yeah,
the same
they're
thing.
like-
They're supposed to. They're supposed to be delivering information, and you're
That's
not
it.
supposed to be distracted by them.
By them.
So their accents,
No.
their faces, nothing's supposed to. You're not supposed to be distracted.
But
by
a lot
them.
of the news anchors also supposed to be very pretty or attractive or
I mean, they're not. Again, they're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be ugly.
They're not rolling
But
out
they're
of
not
bed.
supposed to be. But they're also not supposed to be like smoke shows
no,
either.
there are definitely some
Tell that
smoke
to
shows.
Yannette Garcia.
I don't know who that is.
Either way.
That's the Smash news broadcaster.
Oh,
All
classic.
right, we got a fan here. He watches you every day at fucking 4:00.
I'm
waiting.
just tuning in. I go, wow, it's beautiful weather in Venezuela today. That's great.
She's from Venezuela.
Anthony keeps up with the
So TikTok was supposed to shut down,
Wait,
What
it was-
a panic that was.
It was-
I was
and
really
then it
nervous.
was supposed to shut down. Like
oh, it was supposed to be that quick?
there was like a rumor that it was going to get shut down like a few days ago.
Yeah.
And also TikTok had like a glitch of some sort where there were no likes on anybody's accounts
I
and
had
things like
that.
that.
I had that.
And so it felt very real. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's shutting down. It's over."
Yeah, it's
But the
2012.
the speculation and the reasoning behind shutting it down doesn't make any sense to me at all because like how much information is China really getting from watching people do like a fucking dance on TikTok real
I don't
quick?
think
Like,
it's that
there's so
pers-
much dumb shit on there like
There's a lot of funny
they
TikToks
don't
right now.
require any like TikTok doesn't require infinite information for you to sign up and make an account. So
no,
I
they
think it's the
stole-
principle more
Yeah, no,
than anything.
it's also definitely not that. I mean, they don't have to. It's definitely they're definitely not gathering. Okay, let's say they're gathering information,
Right.
right? Let's just say it.
What kind?
They're not gathering information from watching people like fucking do dumb shit.
I
on
mean, like,
TikTok.
their usernames and shit, like-
it's screen time and where they are and who's using at the time. You get a lot of information just from that. You do get a lot of information from that.
But why do we care if they're getting information on like
Well,
what gets screen time and what doesn't? Like,
I mean, people care about if they're being if people pretend.
Also, there's a bunch of security issues with your phone in general.
Yeah, on top of all that.
Like, but it doesn't
Again,
matter.
yes, for the demographic on it, probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of younger people have just kind of said like, oh yeah, data privacy, don't care.
Yeah, and it's
don't care.
But to be fair, it is serious enough in a sense where I know a lot of people that if you're working for a company, they just don't allow you to have it. So it is serious enough in a sense where
Oh, yeah, if you have a government mandated phone, you can't have it on.
yeah.
there.
So like
Well, that
there-
makes
there-
sense,
But
though.
but
You're not
what,
gonna
but
argue
like
that.
but then that means there is a real fear in a
But
sense.
that means there's some that does mean there's
Yeah.
some.
it just means that they're
There's
not
some
even
fear.
risking it. Like if there's enough fear where you could risk it and be fine, like they rather just take that totally out of the equation. It doesn't mean that there's actually a real fear. It just means that even if there was a real fear, we don't even have to deal with making that decision at all.
That's
we just
true.
Cut it out of the picture.
But it could also go the other way where there is something there and that they just don't want to be involved in it. So it could go either way. I agree with you too. I don't know. It's just weird in general. I don't
they
think
shut it down. I'm gonna be tight. That's about.
I'm
bottom.
gonna
yeah, that's
I'm gonna be
Danny's
pissed.
that's
off,
Danny's-
dude.
that's Danny's
it's literally
life.
my life.
it's Danny's life.
These
For-
people in America are so creative, like so creative. Like,
Okay,
I've
all right,
seen shit that I
okay,
can't
sorry,
even think of,
okay,
bro.
okay, I'm not going into the content on
It's
TikTok.
so
It's
good, though.
abysmal.
It's really
No,
it's
it's
just
not.
not. You're,
It's
it's
so
just the
not.
side of TikTok you're seeing. There's a million
You
sides of
watch the
TikToks.
videos too
Nobody
long that
sees.
are dumb.
Nobody sees every side. It's impossible.
fair.
And there's a lot of like very very cool and innovative creators that have totally taken to the platform
Sure there are.
in a very important way.
Sure there are, but you can hand me any single app thing, anything. I'm sure there's a bunch that could, but I'm saying on this app specifically, like 90-something%, it's abysmal.
Comedy is all subjective, you know. Objective, subjective. What's the difference?
I think it's subjective.
Subjective.
Yeah.
Definitely sub.
Objective
Yeah,
is
sub
like,
is personal.
yeah, I think
Objective is
objective's like everyone could agree on something, but subjective is like I agree. It's like opinion.
It's like how like what I say a lot of times. I go, "This is my favorite show," but I know objectively this isn't the best show.
yeah.
Wow. Anthony chimes in, drops some fucking
Facts.
That's what people say about this podcast. Like, this is my favorite, but objectively, I know
Subjectively,
it's
this
This is the
not
best
good.
podcast in the world, but objectively, you know.
You know what? They have no idea what they're talking about, but they make some good points.
That's true.
That's our favorite. That's my favorite compliment, non-compliment we've ever gotten personally.
Eventually, we'll just run through topics and just restart them.
I doubt it.
Maybe we'll have new opinions.
Dude, there's
I mean, your opinions are a year apart at that point.
That's true.
Everything
True.
changed.
And there's
It's
also
called growth,
I don't-
baby.
I don't even yeah, that's what Danny uses every time he changes his opinion.
I don't know why changing an opinion is so frowned upon in this group.
It's just because Danny has strong opinions held loosely.
I agree with that. I think
That's a problem no matter what.
I think that's a great way to live your life.
no, that's a huge
See,
problem.
that's a problem no
That's a
matter what.
huge
It's way
problem.
better than having loose opinions strongly held.
Yes, that is also true.
No, I'm
That's
not saying
also
either.
true.
No way of life is great.
No.
It's a strong opinion, and someone can change. Someone can change my mind.
Right.
Isn't that so refreshing?
No, that's
Isn't
good.
that so goddamn refreshing? Because I feel like half the time you get into an argument with anybody, you're just talking to a wall. If you give me a good, compelling argument, you can change my mind.
That's true, but also
Agree.
it also depends what you're talking about. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand that sometimes have to end with "we'll never," like this is how it is.
Yeah.
and a lot of people can't understand that, and
Just
it's tough.
has to end with we have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, and which is very hard to do. I'll
True.
admit myself, very hard to do, but it just has to happen.
That's fine. You just don't talk about it ever again. You go, yeah, bub.
Especially on passionate topics.
Like you can't
like
do,
a BLT.
fuck BLTs.
Fuck
They have
BLTs.
tomatoes in them.
Who
We're
the
coming
fuck?
full circle.
What asshole came into the restaurant and said, we don't have any more burger patties left. I got it. Let's sell them a topping sandwich for almost the same price. It's just the toppings.
Yes, and it's also essentially just a salad in between two buns.
It's just the
It's
toppings.
so close. If you put some olives on
Unless
there,
you give me a fucking a shit ton of bacon.
Now
That's
the-
the only way.
well, now the bacon becomes the meat. Now
Yeah,
bacon
that's the only
becomes-
way. If it's like a thick cut bacon, now we're talking because
Well,
it becomes
yeah.
something of a protein.
And if it's the cut bacon, we're getting kind of close to a pork bun.
Exactly, something good. instead of this topping sandwich bullshit. Fuck a BLT.
All
You know,
right.
ever since I started actually like eating food, which was like when I want to say like between 9 and 10, I
No,
never
can we rehash the beginning
like
of that statement? Did you
eating
say
good
ever
food.
since I started
like
eating
ever
food?
since I understood that like there was more spice to life. Like I never went. I want a BLT when I walked into
That
any
happened
place.
at 9 to 10 years
Were
old.
you just eating like fucking
Rice?
white rice?
You want to know what I was
What the
eating when
fuck?
I was like 9 years old? I would just have beans and franks almost every day when I was like 9 years old.
Are you talking
You were
about?
gobbling the glizzies?
No, they're cut up. They're cut up.
Oh, so sliced glizzies.
Sliced glizzies.
Gotcha.
Are you please? Are you talking about like your mom made hot dogs and beans, or was it just the Frankie beans from the cans?
Yeah.
You just said yeah. That was a two.
Yes or no? Yeah.
What? Wait, they make franks and beans in an individual can?
Okay, so it wasn't that.
I didn't even know they did that.
So it wasn't
because that
that.
sounds horrific.
All right. Besides the egregious statement that I just heard, when you finally turned 10 and you had the culinary arts of a god,
What is
I
your
didn't
spice
say
of
that.
life?
What
What is your
happened?
spice of life?
Like just not eating like plain like I'm not gonna like when I was younger like I would just go I want chicken cutlets again and it would be like that.
No,
for-
we had-
I'm
No,
saying,
no,
but like,
no.
what do you
What-
like?
what was the-
what
what was the
What were you
point?
introduced to that you went, oh, I love it?
I don't think there was anything specific, but I just went, whenever I go out, I'm gonna try something new every time, and that really
That's
like
good.
opened up my mind.
all
and-
right. So 10-year-old Anthony wanted to experience life
Trying
on his taste buds.
listen. Some people just eat the same shit for years on end, and it drives me nuts. I don't know how
That's
people
true.
do that.
Like the first 9 years of your life when you didn't eat food.
I know 30-year-olds who eat mac and cheese and chicken nuggets.
What's wrong with that though? Those are fire.
That's
Those
gonna
are
be, that's
fire.
Gonna, that's
yo.
gonna be him at 30.
Nah.
Those are fire.
No, the
And
problem is
who
when it's
cares?
continuous. Like if
No,
you go
no.
out to a restaurant and order that every time, you're kind of like,
All right.
what are you doing?
Well, I'm not saying that, but it doesn't mean it's not good.
I'm not saying
That's
it's
true. No,
bad.
they are fire. And if that's what
Yeah.
you like, that's what you like.
You don't have to get it every time.
But-
you can have it as a snack here and there, but the fact that you're expected to not like it because you're growing up. Is
That's
No,
not
no,
what
no,
I
no,
said.
no.
Nobody's
That's not
saying
what- that's
that.
not what I'm
Some
saying.
people say that.
That's not what we're saying
We
either.
are not those people.
Okay.
I'm just
I
saying-
agree we're not those people. That's why we're all friends.
I'm just saying that I
We
think
couldn't
it's
be friends.
That's why we're all friends.
I think it's okay to like those things, but oftentimes people who do like those things, it doesn't mean that that's just what they like. It means that they never actually really expanded their
Palate.
at all.
True.
Ray goes, probably right.
Are you
Probably right.
are you a trier?
That's
Will
a
you
fair
try
statement.
things?
Oh, I'll
Like if
try
you
every
go to
time.
like if you go to like a different culture's restaurant, would you try something?
I don't mean to speak for Anthony, but I think me and Anthony would try whatever you want.
Yeah. I've eaten a bug on this show. I think I'm pretty valid in saying I'll just eat whatever.
Me too. I'm a trier.
I don't like Mexican food. Something about
That's really sad because we get burritos very often. Oh, so
Something
good.
about it.
That is
Oh,
sick.
good
Mexican
burrito.
food
Oh.
absolutely.
I think
is
I've literally
killer.
I've
So good.
I've literally tried and okay. I also believe that no matter what restaurant you go to, I could go to a Mexican restaurant. I believe that at every restaurant there's one dish, no matter what your palate is, you'll like.
Yep.
So you could always go somewhere. But do I prefer it? Would I even consider it?
No.
So, but I'm fair. If we all go, if everyone's going, I'm not gonna be the fucking simp that's like, but I'll go.
Where
like-
do you
that's like
stand
Chinese
on
food.
Where do you stand on beans? You a beans guy?
I can take them or leave them.
I don't mind beans.
So is it just the flavor itself?
It's just something about most of the dishes that I don't like. A quesadilla, everyone should like a quesadilla. I could get
Sure.
through a quesadilla.
just
Quesadilla, what is it?
it's
It's,
just
it's
cheese on a
essentially a
wrap.
sandwich. It's almost a sandwich. It's almost a
cheese
wrap.
on a wrap.
It's a wrap
Yeah.
cut up very strangely, But I'm just saying, most of the dishes, I'm just not a fan. Something about it. Something about my tongue that goes,
That's
fuck that.
That's
For me and beans,
Fair.
the way it works is like that can never. It depends on what the main food is. Like I like my beans with eggs and breakfast and bacon and like have a nice big
Irish
smorgasbord.
breakfast.
Yeah, exactly like that. But like if I'm having like chicken, I don't want fucking beans with my chicken like some freak.
well,
not
I mean,
like a
I mean,
freak.
I
Many
mean,
people
having
do that.
first of all, having beans with a
Ugh.
yolky egg is also strange.
No.
Yes.
It's like they got that nice texture as well. You know, you kind of like mix them all up.
no.
I've never seen beans with eggs.
Yeah,
You
that
got
is
them
not-
sunny side up.
No, I've
no,
seen
no,
beans with eggs. Beans with eggs are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beans
all
are
right.
pretty good in most forms.
Okay, but a sunny side up egg with beans or beans and chicken, and the beans and
Oh,
chicken's the weird thing.
No, beans and chicken is fantastic.
I've never heard of that.
It's in a. What about a burrito?
No, I mean like big whole pieces of chicken.
Why?
like a half roasted.
Why do you
chicken.
mean that?
So
What about like a burrito bowl?
That's different from what I am
Why?
talking about.
Chicken, beans.
Wait, so you take
It's
if
literally
you take the chicken cutlets like you're talking about.
It's
with
definitely not chicken-
beans,
it's definitely not chicken
normal. But
cutlets.
if I cut it into cubes,
It
and it's the
becomes
same chicken.
not?
Now it's not.
You know, You've changed my side. Okay, guys? It comes around.
Doesn't make any sense.
And that's how healthy discussion and argument is made.
Nice. Open-minded.
How do you say being a freeholeless? I think that's how you say them.
What?
Freeholes? Freeholeless?
Free holes?
Free holes. We got free holes here.
So I went to That's a Wrap and ordered the El Loco burrito. So it's a
What was
wrap
that?
place, but it was rice and steak and sour cream.
I was
and
going to ask,
burrito.
does it have rice in there?
But it was
That
from a wrap only place. So if they sell burritos, kind of, it's got to be close enough that you can really interchange them.
That's probably true.
I feel like wraps are just insinuating that there's going to be like a little bit healthier options, and burrito is insinuating that we're just going to get a lot of protein, no matter what.
That's probably true, guys.
I love it. I love a wrap.
I feel really unprofessional. I have to piss egregiously bad right now.
We're going to break this.
We're gonna finish this one sentence here.
I can't do it.
I love rap. I love a good rap because it's nice, it's good.
You love it.
and you can hold it. It's fantastic.
Why are you doing
Once
this?
your bladder gets so soft.
Either way, soft.
Soft.
Either way, I
Soft.
guess that's where we end it. Do we have enough time?
Yeah, we have 50 minutes.
Wow, 50 minutes.
Wow.
Time flies when you're
Wow.
having
Holy
fun.
shit, time flies when you're having fun.
All right.
When you got to pee.
Where do they find you?
You can find me at dmore723 on Instagram or Picky Boys Pod on TikTok.
Here you go.
Ray Moore, 2Rs15 at Instagram and Twitter.
Find me at Sad Potato Man on Snapchat.
You can find me at Aunt Prisco, and you can't forget to follow,
Picky Boys Podcast.
like, share, subscribe. Tell
Share with your aunts and uncles.
Bow, bow, bow.
All right, everybody. Good love seeing you.